Yeah, just like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, yeah. Feel sorry for the guys that are in prison now, on remand, or been sentenced, waiting to go to a big prison, being allocated to a big nick so they can do their bird. But this time of year, mate, I remember when I was first got my bits of birds, yeah, in the scrubs. Wandsworth was worse, but in the scrubs. And this time of year, the screws go to their own little club, yeah. You get screws always talk about club and all the time and all that sort of thing, yeah. But this time of year, they go to the club, they have a good drink, yeah, and they come back and they start taking liberties. You start seeing them bashing people up, especially in my days, yeah. As you go in the cell, smash them to pieces with truncheons, really bash them up, being drunk, you know. And they come to your door, you stink, you smell the drink, you know what I mean? You think you've got to be so careful because then they ain't got, they hate everybody, you know. And it goes to, and really, there's only, I mean, when in my early years in the 60s and 70s, all them screws was all ex-military police, and they all had the jet black uniform on with a blue shirt, yeah. And they all a lot of them had their hats down here like that, to the caps like that, you know. And you had a lot of hard screws, yeah, that they come back pissed and just go in cells and bash people up. You know, it don't seem possible, does it? But that's what they used to do, mate. As you go into cells and bash people up. It's one of them things. And at night time was even worse, you know, because screws always hated certain people, yeah. And they'd come round at night time with their silly little slippers on, and you'd hear them open the door, and you'd hear them steaming and bash someone up, you know. That was their thing, especially when I was in Ashford Remand Centre. You're only in there for a short time, but in the short time you were there, screws would bash you up every day of the week if they could, yeah. You know what I mean? They was no good. But this time of year is a bad time because, as I said, the screws love a drink. They go to their club and they come out pissed. They come out pissed, and they've got to let you out, and they're no good, mate. They ain't no good. And I've seen screws. With the burglars run around nicking drink like hooch. People are behind that hooch. You know, Kevin Lane used to make hooch, you know, really good. And, you know, these screws, would find the hooch and supposed to be tip it down the toilet. But I see them go back to the office, yeah, and drink it. Because that hooch was better than going to the club because the drink was so strong. And, President Hooch, mate, is so strong. I mean, you can have a glass of that stuff or a black plastic cup of that stuff and be pissed. That is so strong, especially people like Kevin Lane know how to do it. We had some good hooch makers when I was in Albany. Some really good. Togi Ludlow, mate, he was master at it. He was really good. Who else is? What's his name? Frankie Kerrigan. Guy called Frankie Kerrigan in Albany prison was a complete nutcase. Him and Alan Dixon together, well, that was it, mate. Him and Alan Dixon together. When Alan Dixon was in Albany, he never ever cared for screws. He would nick their hats and everything. I swear on my life, he would nick their hats and put it in the toilet. He didn't care. Alan and Frankie Kerrigan, they used to do some silly things with screws, lock them in, you know, shut the doors and do the key thing so they couldn't put the key, get out, you know what I mean? Yeah, it was crazy. But they used to have a laugh, Frankie Kerrigan and Alan Dixon. Alan Dixon I loved Alan. Alan is dead now, yeah. I think he comes from, was it North London? Alan Dixon, him and his brother George, they took over from the Crays in a way, didn't they? They was really heavy, Alan. And I liked Alan. I liked Alan a lot, mate. The guy used to make you laugh all the time, 24/7. He's always singing. him and Joe Lott with the accordion, and Alan Dixon with the piano, not the piano, sorry, the guitar. It's really, really good. It's fantastic. I know I've said it before, and I'll say it again, but when Alan Dixon was going home, yeah, the next day, he got on the bridge, yeah, the bridge that goes on between both landings, yeah. He got on the bridge, and he sung. Right, he started about what 6, 7 o'clock, and he never stopped singing until about 9:30, 10. Seriously, screws couldn't bang him up. The screws, I mean, the screws that was there on C Wing were good screws. You know what I mean? Was proper nice screws. Yeah, I mean, they just wanted a wing like C Wing to be peaceful. Peaceful, no aggravation or nothing. Everybody just have a good time and no aggravation. They didn't like nicking people. Jack Sad was a diamond, And when you got people like Alan Dixon, was always joking and laughing, and he's singing on the bridge until I think it was late at night, and he kept singing My Way. Yeah, I've done it my way. And yeah, everybody loved it, banging their doors. A lot of people never banged up, but the people did bang up was crashing their doors. The screws in the end had to get people in, had to phone screws in to get people banged up. And when Alan went, mate, the wing was like very quiet, And Joe Lott, he was fantastic on the accordion, Joe. I remember Joe. I mean, I got a feeling a comment the other day that said that Joe Lott was in Albany prison. He wasn't there when I was there. He come to Chelmsford prison quite late. Just not long before the fire, Joe. But he was a nice guy like Joe, and he was a good singer, mate. You want to go to heaven for the weekend to see your mum and all that going on the accordion. Togie Ludlow, Dave Potter, and all them, and Terry Millman and Lou Swallow. Them lot was always together. Them lot was like always smoking. They was always got on the ash. They was always on the opium. I mean, mate, they got me on the opium black one day. And it was Christmas, and and I had to go to the. I've said it before, but it's funny, yeah. But I had to go to the kiddies' party, yeah, in the visiting room, and anyway, so I went to the toilet. Togie's in there with. I went into the toilet and have a workout, yeah. And Togie's in there with Terry Millman, Lou Swallow, Dave Potter. There's other people in there. I think I'm not quite sure. There was a lot of people in there. Yeah. Anyway, and they was having a smoke with a pipe, having a little pipe, and they said, "Togie went, go and have one." I said, "No, I've got the kids, and I've got to go." "No, it won't affect you, mate. It's just nice, makes you nice, feel good, mate. You'll have a good time." I went, "Okay." Put it in my mouth. Put this black stuff in my mouth. Just take it in as deep as you can. It was all laughing and giggling. Take it in deep. You've got to really take it in, fill your lungs up, mate. And you'll start feeling really nice, you know what I mean? And I took it, and I felt something, but I didn't feel too much, yeah. So he went, "Have one more," and then he put his thing in with white stuff in it, and I blew my fucking brains out, mate. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know where I was, you know what I mean? And I had to go to the visit room. I couldn't get in there. I couldn't stay in there. I had to come out of there, yeah? It was like, it just fucked me up, you know? It really did. It really did, you know? I mean, one of the best times that I want to do a little bit more. I'll end it in now, and I'll do something about George Wilkinson. Take care, nice one. I'll do it in a minute, yeah?